Hello, YouTube. Today I have with me Juliana, Cristina, and we're going to talk about businesses, education, and also society. So it's going to be a good conversation. If you are watching us right now and you don't know what Talk and Talk is, we are a conversation platform to practice idioms. So we have, not idioms, languages, sorry. So we have English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This is not a class, it's just a conversation. So you and I, we're going to discuss a little bit about businesses, having our own company, a little bit about English in the business world. So I think it's going to be a good talk. And I think that's it. As usual, we always start introducing ourselves. So you share a little bit about who you are and something you've never shared, like something I don't know about you.
Things you don't know about me.
Yes.
I think the things I like it. I love
Yes.
it. I love it drinking. I don't know, milkshake, the avocado milkshake.
Like avocado smoothie.
Avocado smoothie. I love it, and I like everything with the coconut.
Amazing, Ju, me too. I love everything with coconut, and I love avocado smoothie too. Like you can put everything, avocado, and I like to add bananas too. I think the consistency gets better, I love coconuts too. It can be ice cream, it can be coconut water, well, cocada, everything. I love it. Amazing. I loved this curiosity about you. I will share some food curiosity too about me. I love eggplant. A lot of people don't like, but I think it's really good. Like eggplant lasagna, perfect for me, full of cheese and tomato sauce. I love. And there is something else I love that is similar to eggplant that is called scarlet eggplant or giló in Portuguese. I love scarlet eggplant. I think it's delicious. And a lot of people don't like, they say it's too bitter or something like this, but for me, it's great. I think it's delicious. I am suspicious because I eat everything. And if I could, I would eat rock, but it's not edible, so I don't eat. Do you like eggplants, Jojo?
I like it too. I like it. Like eggplant pizza.
I've never tried. How do you make it?
You,
Like normal pizza or eggplant with cheese on the top?
yes, eggplant with cheese in the top.
I love it. Amazing. Actually, it's been a while that I don't since I made this recipe, but I agree with you. It's delicious. They're good. We have Jairo joining us, so I will just accept him and then we're gonna start. Let me see. I think I don't know him. Hello, Jairo. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Nice to meet you. Is this your first time with me?
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Now that you opened the camera, I recognized you. Well, Ju and I, Jairo, we were introducing ourselves, and I asked you to tell me something I didn't know about her. So can you share something we don't know about you?
You don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe you girls. Let me think. I born in January. I'm pretty sure that you don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. Amazing. What day was it? What day is your birthday?
29.
Amazing. Very good. Very good. So what zodiac sign is this? Is it Capricorn? No, right?
No. I think it's Aquarian. Is that Aquarian is
Aquarius.
Aquarius? Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
I like
Amazing.
to be free, like freedom.
Very good. I loved it. I shared that I like eggplant, and Ju shared she liked avocado smoothie and also coconut, right, Ju? Everything made of coconut. Now we can start.
All right. All right.
We already shared a little bit about us. Because we all shared the same things, so it was good to know these new things about you.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I saw you, right, Jairo? Like long time.
Yeah, a lot of things to do here in my job. I usually join the meetings at night, but for me, especially in these, well, I hope in the future, like 1 or 2 months ahead, I will be able to join the meetings during at the night, but nowadays is impossible. That's why I was missing a lot of meetings.
Okay, no problem. It's all right. So we're going to start with the first question today. The subject is businesses, society, and education. And I want to know from you if you know anyone that owns their own company and what do they do? Or if you are someone who owns a company, let's talk about it too. How is it for you, your experience, or something like this? Do you know anyone?
Sorry.
We're starting with the first question. Do you know anyone that owns their own company, their own business? And what do they do? How is their experience? Share with us.
Yes, I know. I have a friend, have a companies, working with a driver. I don't know how to say, teacher people driver. Yes, I have a friends have it's all the school to teacher people drivers, drive cars and motorcycles.
It's like a school where people usually go to take license.
Yes.
Amazing. I don't know if there's a name in English, driving school, maybe. I will find here. Autoescola, right? We call it in Portuguese, but have you been? Very good, very good. And how about you, Jairo? Do you know anyone who owns their own company?
Well, I know them, but they are not like a close friend, even far friend. I just know because I was working to them in their companies, but as soon as I left, it's like I know him or her, but we don't have contact.
Yeah. What area do you work? I don't remember anyone.
HR.
Oh, really? Nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, I know my dad has a company, guys. He has a car repair shop, and yeah, it's been a while. It's been more than 10 years, maybe 15, something like this, or maybe more. I don't know the numbers, but it's been a while that he has his own company. It used to be like he used to drive to the client and fix their car, but after some time he could save some money and build his own place, his own company.
But I think nowadays we need more business, like you said your father did in the past, because I recently have it wasn't a huge problem, but for me it was very difficult to handle because I was with a problem with my car and I didn't know how to go to what is the name of the oficina?
Car repair shop.
And I didn't know how can I do it because I need to go to my work and I go to by car. I don't have another way to go there. It's very far if I go like with bus and subways, like things like that. And at the same time, my car needed to be fixed. So it would be very nice if I just call someone, can you repair my car? I just parked over there, so go there and do whatever you need to do. You know,
It is difficult because like for example, here in São Paulo, it's a big city, so you need to face lots of traffic, right? So it's exhausting. And I think that's why he decided to just change a little, because it's really exhausting, right? To drive so much, to take a lot of traffic. So, but it is all right. It's a nice idea.
Yeah, especially because thinking about the business, if you need to go a specific place, it means that you need to attend one by one. On the other hand, if you have a place, everyone can go there. So it's like make money, you know, like more people spending money in there.
Definitely. Very good. Yeah. So that's the person I know, my father. So I want to know from you guys if you have already considered running your own business, and if you have already thought about it, what would it be like? What would be the area that you would work on, Ju?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm considering for my own office, law office.
Very good. Do you have plans to start this year or next year? What are you thinking about?
Actually, I'm working for this, but there are a lot of things we need to do. But I think maybe it's a possibility that you do this.
Very good. Thank you so much, Ju. I am just like you. Like I have my own business. Like I teach English privately, but at the same time, it's not my priority. You know, because I have my job here on TALKNTALK. So even though I have my company, that it's not my priority now. You know, it's good because I can work from home and everything. But I opened my own company last year, and it's been good. It is not easy to pay taxes and to take care of everything, but I'm trying to handle it, you know. How about you, Jairo? Have you ever thought or considered having your own company, and what would you do in your company?
I was thinking, I thought it many times, but at the same time, I never did something about it. You know, it's like, oh, I would like to do something, but I have things to do, like do my own things here, and I don't know, maybe would be something related to my current job or things that I'm usually doing, or things that I usually did in my career. So something related to HR, probably HR recruitment, you know. It's something that I've been noticed that it's very difficult. It's not that easy. Sometimes we think, all right, all you have to do is find someone that wants to work, and everyone wants to work. So what kind of challenge is related to that? You know, find someone to work in your company. It's not difficult, but no, it's very difficult, especially when we think about the right person to the right position. It's not that simple. So yeah, I think I would start a company trying to help other companies to find the right people to the right position, which I think will be more and more difficult in the future, especially because of the technology. Brazil is not the best one, you know, to foster technology, like knowledge of technology. We do have, but I don't know, people tends to choose other kind of career, which is very complicated because when we think long term, I think this will be a very huge challenge to us.
Yes, yes, it is challenging, right? Yeah, it's difficult, but I liked what you said about HR, that like people may think it's easy, just choose someone, right? But it needs to match with the values of the company, right? There are lots of things to consider, so that's really nice. This is an area I'm learning more about recently, and this is something I really like. I'm really interested in, Very good.
Yeah. I was searching about Michael Page because they face it here in Brazil like blue ocean. I think, when you go to a market and you don't see like other competitors, So I was searching about it and how they grow very fast.
Very good, very good. We were talking a little bit about you shared your experience a little, like saying you worked for someone who had their own company and everything. So I want to know from you now. I will change the questions a little, guys.
No
If
worries.
you have already, like, what are your experiences what professional experiences you have working for big companies or small companies, and what are the pros and cons of each situation, of working for a big company or working for a small company? So I'll start from you, Ju. How do you see this? Have you ever had this experience working for a big company or small?
Yeah, I think I prefer to work for big companies because it's more possible you have opportunity to increase in your career, and then you can ask for more for more high, I don't know if say this, high salary. And I think this, and when you work for a big companies, after you go out, you can your imagine your visibility for the market, you could be a mentor, for example, for the small company. In small company, I think it's not so good because the opposite, you can improve your career, and the salary, it's not so good. I honestly, I can see pro things, but there are people said it's a good to work in a small company because you feel more close to your boss. But I don't like it. People around me, the boss around me, I just wanted to do my work. This is all the best.
Uh-huh.
I deliver all the best for the company, and I don't like the people around me.
I feel you, Ju. Yeah, I think this is it. It's a pretty good question because we can have lots of like we can share lots of things here. It's really nice what you said about working for big companies because you have the like now that I work here on Talk and Talk, we are not a big company. We are a small company. So we like something that I like is that the processes they are being created. So we don't know how to do a lot of things. So we are learning. This is good, but it's also bad because sometimes you have to learn by making mistakes. It's difficult because you are learning while you are doing it. And we work for big companies. We already have fixed processes, right? So things are ready. You just go there and you do what needs to be done. You don't have to create stuff. I think this is something interesting to bring to. And the cons of working for small companies, just like you said, you have this, you are being supervised a lot. Sometimes the relationship is really strict, which can be complicated, like that speech that we are like a family. This happens more when we are talking about these small companies, and we need to be careful with this talk, right? A lot of things should discuss. Jairo, share with us your point of view. What do you think?
I agree with you both. I was thinking because I already worked in huge companies, like worldwide companies and very small ones. And it depends on how you handle your career. Like I saw some employees that they use a strategy to start their career in a huge company, learn things like process, uh, and get some more informations, like get support to conclude college, make courses like English, Spanish, and those things, because those huge companies, in some ways, they support the employees that wants to learn something more, and they went, like they had like 5-10 years in the huge companies, then they just changed as a director or like a very high level in the small companies. So they were like coordinators, supervisors, and then they moved it to small companies as a director. So it happens sometimes because they had a lot of experience in huge companies, and small companies need, as you also said, small companies don't have processes, and people that work in huge companies, in some ways, they understand the process and know how to build them. But I also met some people that did the opposite of it. Like they started their career in a small company and they were very hands-on, how we usually call them. They do everything. I'm from finance area, but I do HR, I don't know, e-commerce, marketing, whatever. They are what we call in Portuguese pau patrão da obra. So for me, it depends on how you handle your career. It depends. There's no pros and cons. I mean, there is always pros and cons on working in both kind of companies, huge ones and small ones.
Yeah, just like in life, we will always have pros and cons. We just need to understand what is the best option for us. Sometimes we need to just accept what we have at the moment. And yeah, very good. I loved it. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Jairo. There are so many good questions here. I will change a little to, let me see. Because the questions are really different, but I will go to question number 6 then, talking about children who work at their parents' companies, their parents' business. Do you think, what do you think of this idea? Is it good to give children practical business experience early or not? How do you see this? Jairo, I'll start from you now.
It depends. I understand both sides, like people that don't like to work or this kind of practice, but I understand the owner of the business, like people, that's what I would do if the company was mine. I need to, let's say, teach my son how to handle everything related to my company. He maybe will be the next one, driving it. So he needs to understand and how each area works, and I would keep him or her in each of those areas, especially the strategic ones. But at the same time, I understand employees because they don't like this kind of presence, like someone that can say something directly and without any kind of filter, there's no boundaries between like a father and his son. So I don't like that guy because he did or didn't something, So from employer perspective, I think it's an issue, So it depends. It depends again how you handle your career, how you see yourself in the company, what is your projects to the company that you are working in, and what you want there. So I agree and disagree with both attitudes. I don't know exactly. I see the point of view, and I don't see it as something wrong or right. Just different points of view. But as I said, I would do as an owner of the company. I truly think that I need a son, someone from my family inside of the company.
Mm-hmm. It is difficult because, for example, like talking from my experience, I have already worked with my father, and we have a lot of points to consider when we're talking about family businesses, right? About the salary that sometimes that they are not paid the way they should be, just like because it's family. The relationships, they can get confused, like you can have arguments or something like this during the company, so it can hurt the relationship. So I think it's really complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I agree. It's very difficult, especially when you look to the relation between them, right? Between the two persons.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it will be a problem in the family.
Yes. Yeah. Very good. How do you see it, Joe? What do you think of this idea of giving children the chance to work early, at the companies?
I agree with my colleague Jair. I think it's not wrong or right. I remember when I was a child, I worked with my father in the shopping family, and for me was a good. I learned many things. I learned about the price. I help the people write letters, and I learned many things, and I prefer working with my daddy in the store, and then stay in my house and doing things, the domestic things. I hated domestic level, and I think this for me was a good.
You said something that it was better working for your father than doing house chores that is boring and it's exhausting, right? So that's good. Yeah, and it's nice what you said also, Ju, about the chance to, I think, build like customer experience, like, or customer relationship. Like you are literally learning how to talk to other people, right? How to solve problems. I think this is something we learn a lot when we have to, I don't know, deal with these things, right? Like at least where my father worked at his company, sometimes he wasn't there, and I needed to take decisions, like, oh, I think you should do this, but I'm not sure because my father is not here. So you learn how to make choices really early. It's really difficult. Yeah.
And you know that employees hate it.
Yes, they do. Yes, I know. And they really didn't respect me, like mainly because it was a car repair shop and I was a girl, young. So
Mhm.
women are not respected at men's places, right? In general, men places, and even more there. That is car. Like I don't drive, so I didn't have experience with the car pieces, with the car, like part of the car that I didn't know. So it was really challenging for me to really exhausting, like facing sexism a lot of times. But it was life, yeah, difficult. Well, changing questions completely because I have different subjects here. Um, I will go to the next one to talk a little bit about how to learn about business. Are there any fun ways to learn about business? How do you guys learn about it? How do you, because of course, like even though we don't have our own company, I think it is important to understand and to learn the processes, the salaries, all these things, management. I think it's nice to understand all of this. How can we learn about it, Jairo?
Learn about it. I think the first thing it's related to the first thing that we were mentioned about how many, or if you know someone that run a business, like you can learn from them something. I don't. I mean, you will not learn everything, but you can start from there, from that point, like knowing someone that knows a little bit about the business at least. But I don't see it like something that you learn in school, like in the normal, in traditional ways. I see it like you want to do something. Do you want to solve a problem? Do you see opportunity? So go for it. Try to understand the business, how it works, and find your own space, in the market. But I think there is no other way to learn it if not going to the real life. Like you need to go there and start it. There is no other way. You can try emulate. I know some business, some schools that try to emulate, like, oh, let's create a group. If you would if you start a company, how everything should be, this kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's not the same because there is no risk, there is no money involved, so it's totally different.
So in college, this is really common, like a lot of junior companies, right? In college, this is in some
Yeah,
like universities, this is common, right?
yeah, yeah. They try to emulate the environment, but they don't even get close of the reality. So I think the best way is try to do it as soon as possible. If you are planning to run your own business, that's the thing that you need to do.
Yeah, but it's like nice what you said. I think a good idea is try to find someone that has a reality or that have been through something we have been through. Like, I don't know, talk to other people who have already experienced the same and they are open to share. So I really like talking to other teachers or like talking to other professionals in my area, like other community managers, and hear from them what they have to share and to express. But I totally agree with you that the best way of learning is through practice. And yeah, we need to face and deal with it and practice. Sometimes take courses to help and to give some guidance. I think it is important to have this guidance in some areas. Yeah, that's how I see it. And what do you think about it, Ju?
I agree with you. I think it's important to do courses and talk to people in your area. And I think it's important to talk with lawyers too. And the people at the different areas, because you can see wrong things. The older people, you don't need to do the same thing. I think this.
Yes.
And of course, you need to practice.
Amazing, you amazing. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Sometimes like talking to like people from other areas, I think this is something nice too, you know, just to I don't know, to get some insights from other areas, you know, like sometimes you like talk to someone who is from a different areas and a different area, and you get insights from to your area, you know, to bring to your life. So I think this is a good option too. Yeah. Guys, talking like Jairo said a little bit about education and that some schools try to emulate these business system or something like this at schools. Do you think business education is emphasized enough at schools? And what things would be a lot of schools don't even talk about that, about business. I think in general it's not a subject we have. What do you think would be something important to have or to learn at school when we are talking about business? Jairo, let's start from you.
Mm. Is it?
So,
Yeah. I think they should start teaching soft skills like how to handle emotions, be prepared to discomfort, you know, like you are not sure to what to do, but you need to do something. You don't have the whole answers, but you are the guy that needs to take decisions. So be familiarized with that feeling, and you know, and learn how to handle that. I think they should start from these kind of things, but it's difficult to like
it is.
create a pack of things that you need to teach them. Thinking about run a business is difficult, but I would start with these kind of things.
I would start also by learning how to give a presentation. You know, I think this is something we don't learn at school, and it is related to business. Of course, not in all jobs you will need to present yourself, but I feel this is something mainly at job interviews. I think it is important, you know, to learn how to talk about you, how to sell yourself, how to build your own brand. What is the name? Not your own brand, personal
Personal.
branding, personal branding. Yeah, I think this is something important to know how to do it. When we are at school, we don't learn about it, about how to present ourselves, how to give a presentation, how to talk about things. You know, we have some speeches, or but we are always reading. We don't learn the skills to do this. I think it would be important to learn these things at school. You know. Joe, how do you see it? Share with us.
I agree with you. I think in the college you don't depends the area, the college, you don't learn this. I did two courses. I graduated in communication, and I graduated in law, and in the two courses I don't learn about the business. I use my knowledge, my children, with my parents and the people around me, and of course I'm studying business after, but in the college, anyone learning about business, and not about your area business, you don't learn in the college.
Yes, that's true, Joe. That's something important. Like we leave college not knowing how to, for example, I used to study speech therapy. And then I almost finished the course. We learn how to be a therapist, how to be a speech therapist, but not how to I don't know how to deal with other parts, administrative things, how to, it's something we learn from courses or from life, so we learn making mistakes basically. I feel this way, we just learn making mistakes or with someone else by practicing, so it's really, really tough. Yeah. Well,
Yes,
guys, go ahead, Drew, go ahead.
and I think just 6 months, it's enough. But you have a lot of subjects in the college. It's more theoretical. It's not for practical.
It's interesting because I understand the purpose of college, right? It's to give just some details of each area, right? Like it's not to teach deeply everything, but I agree with you that we miss these kind of classes, right? Yeah, very good. Changing a little bit questions, guys. I will go back to question number 4. Now talking about English. Just to get some highlights from you, because now here on Talk and Talk, we have these business meetings. So I want to know from you guys, how is business English different from general English? Do you guys see so much difference? How do you guys like to study things from your area, specific vocabulary? Let's brainstorm a little. Jairo, share with us. Do you think it's too different?
Can you just repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. If you think business English is so different from general English, and how do you study things from your, like, English vocabulary from your area? How do you like to study this specific vocabulary?
No, I don't think we need to start from these kind of things. Like, well, I think the first thing we need to know how to express ourselves. And as I said, at least as someone that runs your own business, we need to take care about your emotions, know how to handle things that you don't know. If you can express this kind of idea, so I don't know, but I think we have some indicators here that the right answer is that or no. If you can express those ideas, you are in the right path. So from this point, you will be able to learn things by doing,
Yes, and I feel like a lot of people sell this idea of, oh, business English is so different, right? Like a lot of courses use this as a strategy to sell courses, right? But at the end of the day, I feel of course, we are going to need some specific vocabulary from our area if we use English on our daily basis. But the basis, I feel it's the same, Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's the same way.
a strategy.
It's like Portuguese. You go to work and you will see like people talk. Oh, what is that? Oh, now I see. Oh, okay, and then you learn it. So you don't need to study for it. You need to express your ideas.
Yeah. I loved it. Very good. And how do you see it, Ju? Do you agree with Jairo?
Yes, I agree with you. I think maybe the difference it's the focus. You focus more in your career, the things you need to do in your work, the way we can talk the people in your job. I think it's just this different, but you need to know the general English.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. I think the main difference is the vocabulary, right? We need vocabulary in our daily basis at work. We need to know how to say the things we are doing, vocabulary related to work, but in general, we need the general English. I agree with you, Joe. Very good. Well, going ahead, actually, to question number 9. Now, I think this is going to be our last one, guys. Do you think a businessman should wear a tie to be taken seriously? And how should a woman dress in business? Ju, let's start from you. Jared is laughing. I think I know his answer already. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Ju.
I think this is not complex though, because there are many different business. If you formal business and the informal business, and I think you need to adapt your imagine the way your communication, because your dress, the way you dress, communication sometimes. For example, in law, the people, it's more formal. You tie, but depends the area in the law. If you work in the, how do you say, the startup, you need to use it we're more informal, because if you use formal clothes, you don't connect with your public. You don't connect to the people.
Good points. I loved it. This was beautiful, Jules. Great answer. I think I totally agree with you. I think it is important at some companies or at some areas to wear casually or formally, right? Because of the job. But I don't think we need to wear specific clothes just to be taken seriously. You know, I think it's necessary. And how a woman should dress, this is a tough question, right? The way they want, but I know in some companies we have dress code, right? So unfortunately, sometimes we need to follow the dress code and wear high heels or wear more formal clothes. So it's difficult to say how, right? Share with us, Jairo, how do you see it? You laughed when I asked the question. Why?
Yeah, I thought that my microphone was muted. Yeah, but for me, I don't see a guy running a business. Let's say, oh, I have a lot of things to handle here in my finance area, even if I am a lawyer. There is no way to think about a lot of things to do and with tie. From my point of view, I think this is just like a joke or something like that. In real life, people are so overwhelmed with a lot of things related to the business that they don't really think about the clothes. But if you are like, maybe if you were a CEO or something like that, like you are running the business, but you are not the owner, you know, like you are just there to help to take decisions, but the business is not yours really. On this perspective, I think, okay, maybe tie, but
Yeah.
I don't think they really think about it. Like there's a lot of other things to think about.
Yeah, but it's crazy to think about it, because I have some friends who work, they work in IT, and they need to wear like shirt, you know, and not just like they don't have to wear a tie, but they need to wear like shirt and formal pants. Like why? You know what? Like I don't know. We have this form. I don't know how to say it. Formalidades, formalities, maybe. I might be creating a word. Formalities, sorry, formalities. I don't know if I agree, but I understand it's society, how society works, right, guys?
Yep.
Really difficult. Well, we are running out of time. I will share with you here the link. You guys can send your feedback. And what topics would you like to talk about business, Jai, to share with us? What are the topics that interest you in terms of business?
Well, what would be the next the day after break your business, like you broke, you failed in your business,
Okay.
how to overcome it?
Great. Great. This is a tough subject, like how to start over. Something
Yeah.
like this. Very good. And Juju, what kinds of subjects you like when you have these like business meetings, what would you like to talk about?
I think they propose to work just for 4 days in the week.
All right. Very good. This is a good one. Very good, guys. So I will, well, this is not my meeting, it's Sarah's, but I will share with her the suggestions you brought, and I will ask her to bring this for the next week. Thank you so much for bringing your insights. It was such a good conversation. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you have a great night, rest of week, weekend, and I see you around. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.